ॐ श्री गणेशाय नमः। ॐ श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्रीराम जय जय राम। 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 जय जय राम। जय जय राम। ॐ रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेधसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीतायाः पतये नमः। ॐ श्रीरामचन्द्राय नमः। अतुलितबलधामं हेमशैलाभदेहं दनुजवनकृशानुं ज्ञानिनामग्रगण्यं सकलगुणनिधानं वानराणामधीशं रघुपतिप्रियभक्तं वातजातं नमामि। रघुपतिप्रियभक्तं वातजातं नमामि। ॐ श्रीहनुमते नमः। ॐ ध्यायामि चिन्मयानन्दं गुरुदेवं महामतिं प्रेमपूर्णं क्रियाशीलं सदा लोकहिते रतं कृपालुं सुन्दराकारं समर्थं सत्यदर्शिनं वाचा तत्त्वप्रकाशिन्या शोकमोहविनाशिनं। ॐ श्रीचिन्मयसद्गुरवे नमः। नमः श्री तुलसीदास सद्वरिष्ठाय धीमते पूरितं हृदयं येन रामप्रेमामृतेन मे। ॐ श्री तुलसीदासाय नमः। Hari Om, a very warm welcome. We are now discussing on the fourth section of Chaupais. We will read that as usual. बहुरी बंदी खलगन सती भाई जे बिनु काज दाहिने हुबाए परहित हानि लाभ जिन केरे उजरे हर्ष विषाद बसेरे हरिहर जस राखे सराहु से पर अकाज भट सहस बाहु से जे पर दोष लखहि सहसाखी परहित धृत जिन के मन माखी. Till here we had done. Continuing. तेज कृसानुरोष महिषेसा अघ अवगुण धन धनी धनेसा उदयकेत समहित सबही के कुंभकर्ण समसोवतनी के पर अकाजुलघितनु परिहरही जिमिहिम उपल कृषि दलिगरही बंदौ खल जस शेष सरोषा सहस बदन बरनई परदेशा पुनि प्रणवउ पृथुराज समाना पर अघ सुनई रहस दस काना बहुरी सक्र सम बिनवउ तेहि संतत सुरानी कहित जेहि बचन वज्र जेहि सदा पियारा सहस नयन पर दोष निहारा उदासीन अरिनीत हित सुनत जरहि खल रीति जानी पानी जुग ज्योरि जन बिनती करई सप्रीति सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय। Yesterday we saw how Tulsi Das ji took up to even offer his vandana to the wicked people, Khalagana. And then we also made a clear mention, it is not actually the people that is meant here. Here it means the wrong values. And we have to look at it into ourselves. It is a mirror shown in front of us. In case we have such wrong habits, then we have to drop it for our good only. In fact, very important point here is, because of our bad habit, honestly speaking, the world will not be affected much to that extent what we are affected. Our mind is contaminated. Our mind will get frustrated. In fact, with all those wrong qualities, we are punishing ourselves. Therefore, we have to drop it. The same wrong qualities. Now, Tulsi Das ji, when he is doing vandana to the wicked people, he is doing vandana because through those wicked attitudes, they actually indicate. Very simple. When I see something wrong in a person, my recognition of that wrong aspects in that person indicates me that I should not be like that. Look at you have to understand the perspective. The perspective here is, I see that wrong value in that person, I must be careful. What? Not careful of that person. I must be careful that I don't get that value. Therefore, I must thank that person for indicating me that I must not get that value. This is called PMA in the language of management. They call it PMA. Some of the cars I find, some of the autos also, in the rear mirror they would have put at the rear part of their vehicle. PMA. What is that? Positive mental attitude. This is positive mental attitude. I see something wrong, I see something different, I see something which is incorrect, then I make sure that because of that I understand that it is incorrect, therefore I should not possess those qualities. This is a beautiful way of thinking. Therefore, we see Tulsi Das ji thanking them in a manner of saying, to indicate that I should not develop. We after all don't know where the mind goes, where the mind will pick up what all things in the world. It need not be always object. Mind can pick up all wrong values. Mind can pick up wrong attitudes. After all, mind. Therefore, we need to govern the mind properly. Think. Governance is not only at the political part of our life, governance is also at the spiritual part of our life. And this governance of the mind is called spirituality. Think. Now see, Acharya very clearly said, Para akaj bata sahasa bahuse. When talking about others, when trying to confront with others, these wicked people, they have 1,000 hands as though. And with that they will confront and they will try to belittle them. Even in the verbal level, we will see it here. Je para dosha lakhahi sahaka sakhi. They will see only the faults of others. Friends, I would like to remind, you may call it as a reminder, you may call it as an indicator, you may call it as a pointer, or you can call it as a warning also. What? The warning here is, mind looks for faults better than goodness. I give this example to many people. In a pure white plain sheet, you just put a black dot in one corner. What do you see in that sheet? Naturally, we will see black dot. There is so much of opportunities in the white sheet, plain sheet. We can write anything we want. But where does the mind go? Mind doesn't go in the expanse of the opportunities. Mind goes to the black dot in that sheet. Similarly, there are so many goodness in everybody. But the mind has got the wrong habit of seeing wrong things in the other people. Therefore, we have to be careful that we don't let our mind to see the faults of others, see the goodness in others. Pick up the good and leave the rest. We have the great Mahatma Gandhiji's story, who picked up the pin in the sheets given to him, in an order given to him, and threw the paper out, the order out. Why? He said, I have picked up what is useful for me. Only the pin was useful for him. Similarly, we have the opportunity to pick up the good qualities in the same person. But if we focus on the bad qualities, we not only become an enemy, we not only develop bad thoughts in our mind, we not only bring a gap between us and the other person, but we also make our mind disturbed, frustrated. Therefore, never talk ill about others. Never find fault in others. See the goodness in others. Talk about goodness of the other person. That is what is actually indicated. Now continuing. Jo para dosha lakhahi sakhani parahita dhrita jahi ke manakhani. Whenever there is something good, these wicked people will want to throw bad light on that. So we have to be careful. Continuing. Teja krisanu rosha mahishesa. Teja krisanu, you brilliant people. Even people who have got some brilliance in them, with reference, we are talking about the wicked people. Wicked people meaning what? The people who have got wicked qualities. Rosha mahishesa, they become very arrogant, they become very fiery, like the Mahishasura, who was killed by Devi. Agha avaguna gana dhani dhanesa. Agha avaguna. All the bad qualities they are rich in. Now look at that. Dhana, dhani, dhanesa. Dhanesa meaning Kubera. Kubera has got all the wealth of the world. He is the greatest, wealthiest person. And these wicked people are also wealthiest people like Kubera, but in all avaguna. Right? And then he says, Udaya Keta Samahita Sabahike Kumbhakarana Sama Sovatanike. It's a very beautiful, interesting point. Udaya Keta. Now earlier we discussed about Rahu, and here he talks about Keta means Ketu. Ketu is one who destroys everything. That is why even in the Navagraha, Rahu Ketu is to be very clearly checked where they are. Why? They bring disturbance. Alright. Udaya Ketu Samahita Sabahike Kumbha Karana Sama Sovatanike. All people would love Kumbhakarna to sleep. People are happy with Kumbhakarna sleeping. Why? Because if Kumbhakarna wakes up, he brings so much of disturbance. Very interesting story we all know, isn't it? Kumbhakarna did lot of tapas. And now, why did he do the tapas? He wanted to take the position of Indra Devata. He wanted to become the ruler of all Devatas and command them to his way of thinking. So he did tapas. When he did tapas, the Devatas were very frightened. They went to Brahmaji and asked what to do now. And then he directed Saraswati ji, hey Mata, you go and sit there in his tongue and twist when he is asking the boon. So when Kumbhakarna wanted Indrasana, that was his tapas for, at that moment Saraswati ji went and sat in his tongue, it seems. And then instead of asking for Indrasana, he said Nidrasana. So what did Brahmaji do? Immediately he said Tathastu and disappeared. Finished. And what has he asked? Nidrasana, and he went to sleep. Ravana was very disturbed. Again Ravana prayed to Brahmaji, please help me, what is this? Why did he ask like that? Then Brahmaji gave a relief. Amendment was passed. What is that amendment? Once in 6 months he will wake up and he will have time in that period only to have food. The moment he finishes eating, again he will go to sleep for 6 months. And in that short period, Kumbhakarna would make so much of racket and he would eat all the food. 6 months he has not eaten, 6 months ration he would empty. Swaha. And the moment he finishes eating, he will go to sleep. If he is woken in between, then he would die. Therefore, the amendment was, he will wake up after 6 months, eat and sleep. Do not wake him in between. Why? Hanikara. Therefore, Kumbhakarna sama sovatanike. It is better he sleeps. You know, even in our life also, there are some people, they are non-stop entertainers, actually speaking. Why? They never stop speaking. Go on talking. In fact, it will be so irritating many times. And let us suppose such a person declares what? From today, 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. I will be in Mauna. Oh God! It is such a relief for people. PM to AM. At least people can sleep properly. There are some people who call through mobile. Even at 11 p.m. they call and disturb others. Think. Kumbhakarna sama. Such people, it is better they sleep. They will bring peace in the society. Tulsi Dasi says, Kumbhakarna sama. People will love such people to sleep. Who bring hani to the others. Continuing, he said, Par akajulahi tanu pariharahi jimihima upala krishi daligarahi. Para akaju. People want to disturb others and their work also. We have lot of people in our life. All of us have experienced this. Why? There are some people who will bring lot of disturbance in whatever we do. I hope we should not be a disturbance to others. We have to take care. It is not always not other people bringing disturbance to us. We also should not disturb others. So it is a warning for us also. In case we have these qualities, drop it. You know, Jimmy Hima Upala, by such activities, those people not only bring problem to others, but they also perish in that. That is what is meant here. The example given, Jimmy Hima Upala Krishi Dali Garahi. Hailstorms. Have you heard of hailstorms? It is little ice particle, ice cubes kind. It is actually not ice, it is actually not water. Hailstorms they call. When that comes heavily, it will fall down very heavily. At the same time, it will disappear also. It will melt into water and disappear. But in the process, what does it do? Hailstorm always brings or affects all the agricultural produce. It affects lot of people. And it also disappears. There are a lot of people who bring, whatever they call, suicide bombers. They carry bombs in them and blast in some malls or in some big, where people gather, big buildings. They blast themselves. They also die. Along with them, so many other people also die. Like this hailstorm. Such wicked people are also there. Tulsi Dasi says, Bandavu, I salute, I give, perform vandana, I do vandana. Khalajasa Sesha Sarosha. I offer my salutations to Sesha Bhagavan. Sesha Bhagavan is good only. What is there? Good. Sesha Bhagavan is the one on whom Vishnu Bhagavan rests. Adi Sesha. So that is good only. He says no. He says that is good. Sesha Bhagavan is good. Sesha Bhagavan is only our Lakshmanji. Right? But here Sesha Bhagavan, he as though sarcastically indicates those people, Sahasa Badana Baranai Paradosha. They always talk with all those 1,000 mouth, they talk ill of Paradosha, they talk ill of others only, and they fill. There are some people who will always come and talk ill about that person did that, that person did that. They come and fill with all negativities. Visha. Tulsidas says, I bow down to them also. Paradosha. Puni pranavamu. Again I will do namaskara. Prithuraja samana. Prithuraja is what? The one because of whom Bhagavatam came to us. Isn't it? Prithuraja. And there are people who are like him. Why do you say like him? Now see, Prithuraja said, when he was asked for a boon, he was said, I want 10,000 years. Already there is a shapa. Now in 2 days he is going to die. He says, I want 10,000 years. What 10,000 years? How can I give in 2 days you have to die? He said, no. I don't want it in the quantity aspect of 10,000 years. 2 days of quality. Meaning what? All through I should listen only to Bhagavan's glory. And there are people similar who says, Para Agha Sunai. People wanted to listen to all the other people's wrong things. Rahasa Dasakana. With so many years they want to listen only to the wrongdoings of others. Therefore I offer my pranams to such people also. Why? Keep me at a distance. We have to think in that way. Bahuri Sakra Sama Binavamutehi. Sakra means Shakti. Of whom? Indra Devata Shakti. I prostrate to such people who have got lot of Shakti. Santata Suranika Hita Jehi. The one Suranika here also means people who are with wrong intentions. Santata, all the time thinking of bad of others. And we can equate it to the recent in our days, the mafia people who bring so much of disaster in the world. Think of all the mafia gang who are there today. How much of disturbance they bring. He says, to them also I will prostrate, to them also I will do my vandana. Vachana vajra jehi sada piyara. Vachana. Vajra means the strongest metal. And some people have got very sharp tongue, they say. Vachana vajra. They have the weapon. They don't have to have a physical weapon of vajra or something to cut asunder people. Words are sufficient. That is why we always say, please speak softly. Please speak good. Don't bring harsh words on others. Speak properly. Vachana bajra jahi sada piyara sahasa nayana paradosha nihara. Please remove paradosha from your eye. Meaning, don't see the ill of others. Let go. Let go the ill of others so that my mind will be pure. That is very important. The more I think of the fault of others, my mind is disturbed. The more I let go of the fault of others, my mind is calm. Therefore, relax. Remain without thinking of the fault of others. Acharya concludes by saying the fourth doha. He says, Udasina arimita hita sunata jarahi khalariti Jani pani juga jori jana binati karai sapriti siyavar Ramachandra ki jai pavan suta hanuman ki jai bolo bhai sab santan ki jai. He says, udasina ari mita hita. Udasina means ignore. Ignore all those wrong values in others. Whatever may be. Please note, Ari Mita Hita. Work for the good of. Mita here refers to Mitra and Ari refers to enemies. Both friends as well as enemies ignore Udasina of all their wrong qualities and work for Hita. Sunata jarahi khalariti. In that way, for the sake of good of others alone, we have to work. And then he says, Jani pani juga jori. Pani means pani, both the hands. Juga jori, I fold both of my hands. And with that folded hands, I pray. Binati karaisa priti. With folded hands, I even bow to all those people. With love, sapriti. So that they have given me a beautiful knowledge. They have taught me what I should not cultivate. What are they? All the wrong values. How beautiful. We can see the world with two types of eyes. The eyes of good and the eyes of wrong. I have to choose. The more I see negativity in the world, I will also develop negativities. I see the positivities in the world, I will also become positive person. That is why Swami Vivekananda said, show me who your friends are, I will tell you who you are. Our association of thought must always be good. And wherever I see wrong things, quietly thank them that they have indicated what I should not be. How beautiful Tulsi Dasi's Chaupai is. We will see tomorrow. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om